The Wyrm's roar. Lady Iceheart has grown bold indeed, if she would risk direct action against the city. Come, let us do as we were bid and return to Camp Dragonhead. Lord Hashenfund will know where Sir Emeric means to receive us. Let's go, Gerber. Take me there. It is far enough. It is far enough. It is close enough, so we don't need to be using teleport. Oh, some Oneries Krakus. There's some 4 around here, 2 more there. Oh, there's some quite a bit ones here, close by. I see. It was a nice spot to farm too. I didn't see that one. Yes. Good to know. Now, Hashenfund? What of it? 'Tis reassuring indeed to behold the countenance of a friend, when one's homeland fritters upon the very brink of a disaster. Though a single mistap could send us plunging into the abyss, your heroic presence stokes the flame of courage within my heart. But you did not come to Dragonhead to listen to my prattling. The Lord Commander has arrived, and would treat you with the intercessory. Okay, good to know that you are right, Hashenfund. I thought that maybe the dragons would attack here too, so I guess they're not. They're focusing more on Ishgard, maybe. Yo, Emeric. What's news? Thank you for coming with such a haste. I apologize for my absence. Suffice it to say, Lady Iceheart and her heretics have much to answer for. Yes, we are but recently returned from the gates of judgment ourselves. Given the circumstances, we quite understand if you would prefer to postpone our appointed audience. On the contrary, Master Alphinaud, I think it more important than ever that this meeting take place. Rest assured, I shall return to my post on Ishgard's walls the moment our business is concluded. Before we move on the subject of reinforcements, however, I would introduce you to a close friend and stalwart ally, Estinian. Estinian is not the guy that died during the... May I present you Ishgard's Azure Dragoon? Bro. Estinian is not the guy that died during the quest. Am I crazy during the Dragoon's quest? An impressive title, though I confess I know precious little of the Order of the Dragoons. They are formidable warriors all, yet even among such masters of the lance, Estinian is without equal. He, out of all warriors of Ishgard, has chosen to wield the power of dragons, and may thus contend with any Dravanian. You flatter me overmuch, Lord Commander. If I ever was without equal, I am no longer. As my fellow Azure Dragoon here will attest. Be at ease, we'll say. I did not come to challenge you this day. If ever I was without equal, I am no longer. As my fellow Azure Dragoon here will attest. Be at ease, we'll say. I did not come to challenge you this day. Bro, this guy died. Like, he literally died during the Dragoon's quest. Am I crazy? He even acknowledged me that I'm a Dragoon. Well, now that we have been introduced, let us proceed to the matter at hand. I would share with you what we have learned of Iceheart's design. As confessed by the heretics taken captive after the assault of the gates, it would seem that Lady Iceheart and Dravanians share a common goal, the reclamation of Nidhogg's stolen high. Nidhogg, one of the 7 great worms. His name features prominently in your nation's history, though once defeated by the hero Haldrath, the beast is said to have terrorized Kurtus since Ishgard's founding. Aye, the manner these scars or walls bear Nidhogg's relentless efforts to raise the city. The trophy Haldrath plucked from the best Wyrm's skull, known simply as the Eye. It is a treasured relic of Ishgard and one possessed of untold power. should it ever be returned to Nidhogg, the dread creature would be restored to the height of his strength. And then no wall or ward could erect would and then no wall or ward could erect would be I'm reading it wrong. And then no wall or ward we could erect would be stout enough to deny him. My vengeful son hath waged war against Ishgard for 1,000 years. No mortal mind could comprehend the depths of his rancor. The eye itself secreted deep within the vault. It is kept under heavy guard, surrounded at all times by men and women who have proven their loyalty to the Holy See. But though stout walls or sharp blades may suffice to discourage the heretics, the dragons are another matter. There are individuals within the Dravonian horde who an entire company of knights would labor to repel, to say nothing of Nidhogg himself. Nor does age rob them of their strength, though the endless march of years the dragons endure, patient, calculating, in their... What? Alright, I think we are back. I'm not sure if this is where we stopped, but I think it was. Nor does age rob them of their strength through the endless march of years that dragons endure, patient, calculating. Oh no, this is one we read. And that is especially the truth for the great Wyrms. They would spend centuries in slumber only to wake and resume their campaign if mere hours have passed. It has been 20 years since Nidhogg's last darkened our skies. 20 years from him to gather his strength and for us to bolster our defenses, and now, just as he seems preparing to return, the heretics strike the gates. Do you believe that Lady Iceheart is in league with the creature then? On that we cannot be certain, though we know the heretics covet the eye. We have been unable to determine their plans for it. Such questions aside, we must needs address the raged hole in their mistress has seen fit to rend in Ishgard's protections. 'Tis a weakness the Dravonians are not like to leave untested. So it would seem you would have described your ply in admirable detail, Lord Commander, yet I cannot help but wonder your candor. Why share such sensitive information with us? I shall speak plain. Ishgard has need of allies, and I would have you bolster our front lines in readiness for the coming battle against the dragons. This I much expected, unlike our arrangement concerning the Keeper of the Lake, however, only you stand to benefit from our assistance in this matter. I fail to see why we should intervene in a conflict which concerns only to Ishgard and Dravonia. When the Origin Alliance requested Ishgard's assistance during the Operation Archon, you refused us. Does it not seem grossly unjust to demand that we now risk our lives in your private war? I make no attempt to defend my country's conduct. I only ask you consider what would follow were Ishgard to fall. Having razed our city to the ground, the Horde would have little cause to linger, and most would return to their lairs in Dravonia. Soon thereafter, the ruins of Kurtas would be buried in snow, and the land would become the sole province of the beasts and beastmen. Until the Garland's arrival, that is, for Yor may be certain that the Empire would not hesitate to claim Kurtas. They would not even have to draw steel. An Imperial province sharing border with Mordona. 7 elves. Very well. We will assist you in repelling the dragons. The roar of a great Wyrm may have shaken the firmament, but we of Eorzea will not abandon our Ishgardian brothers to face the coming horde alone. Nor did I ever think you would. Now upon the matter of the roar. Allow me, Sir Aymeric. Through the power of the eye, I have become the vessel of Nidhogg's strength. His essence has stolen into my very blood. Fear not, I am in full control of my faculties, I assure you, and the eye itself is of no relevance to this tale. It is not essential that I bear it with me wheresoever I go. Its lingering influence does, however, allow me to hear Nidhogg's voice. The Wyrm who roared. Was Nidhogg. Aye. He means to hurl his horde against the Finland's collar and shatter the remaining wards that protect the city. There can be no doubt the Wyrm had summoned his minions to work. So I think he was not killed. While we were disconnected, I went watching the video, and we just used like a flash of light to end the scene with him. So I guess he was sent somewhere, but not dead. The circumstances are far from ideal. This desperate endeavor will at least provide us the opportunity to bring the sister states of the Orisa together in common cause. Sir Emeric was more ruthless in his negotiation than I had anticipated. I suppose one must give no quarter when one's home is at stake. But you see the look on his face when he formally requested our assistance. Though the Lord Commander has long campaigned for Ishgard to open its gates to outsiders, I suspect this softening of the Holy See's attitudes towards foreign cooperation comes as something of a bittersweet victory. The days ahead promise to be interesting indeed. Yeah, I like Emeric. I don't know.